Welcome back to Bridgeport Speedway in New Jersey. The World of Outlaws stacker 2 late models on their pace lap in front of the start of the YJ Stinger 50 tonight. Traditional 4-wide salute to the fans. Ricky Elliott starts up front in that number 91 out of Delaware. Darrell Lanigan in the black number 29 out of Kentucky alongside Josh Richardson, Tim McCready in row number 2.
Row number 3, John Blankenship out of Williamson, West Virginia, and Chubb Frank out of Bear Lake, Pennsylvania. Row number 4, starting 7th, we'll find Dale McDowell in the 17M and Clint Smith in the 44.
In the 5th row as we move through the 24-car starting lineup, Steve Francis in the Valvoline car from Kentucky. Rick Eckert in the Ray Vest 24. He is out of Pennsylvania. Row number 6, Scott Bloomquist from Tennessee in that 0. And Billy Moyer, the Arkansas Traveler, in car number 21.
Row number 7, second-generation driver Dan Stone out of Thompson, PA, and Billy Decker out of Unadilla, New York. Row number 8, Dan Schleifer in that number 9, and Scotty Hawes in the number 33 out of Hamburg, Pennsylvania.
In the 9th row as we take you through the field, Shane Clinton in car number 25. Jim Bernheisel from Western Pennsylvania, really strong runner in that 119. Eric Jacobson all the way from California in the 5-car. Pat Ward, a familiar modified name in the 19.
Row number 11, Jason Miller in the 44, and Billy the Kid Pouch out of Frenchtown, New Jersey in the number 18. And Butch Campion in the number 21C, and Matt Hubbard in the 12 will round out the grid.
And that 4x4 pace lap will give way now. They'll line them up in rows of 2 as we get set to begin the YJ Stinger 50 here at Bridgeport Speedway. Onboard looks from several of the fast guys. Tonight we'll ride with Dale McDowell out of Chickamauga, Georgia in car number 17, and he will start back in 7th. Glenn Smith will carry one of our cameras tonight in the 44. He lines up in the 8th position. And how about the look we'll get from Steve Francis in that Valvoline Dodge, the 15, as Smith gets his tear-off set. We'll look out the back end of Francis's machine.
You can see the rest of the field behind him anxiously awaiting the drop of the green flag, Rick, as these guys are ready to rock and roll on this big 5/8 mile track.
Everybody knows they'll have their hands full, I'm sure, with Ricky Elliott and Lanigan up front. Blankenship sort of an unknown quantity tonight in that 23 car.
Blankenship, in his second full season of World of Outlaw Late Model Series racing, has made great strides in improving with that 23 car.
Clint Smith rolls by. We are underway at Bridgeport, the YJ Stinger 50. Everybody's scrambling to turn 1. There's the 21 of Moyer, the points leader. Elliott to the top side quickly, but Lanigan is right alongside him for the lead.
Darrell Lanigan does not want to let Ricky Elliott get away like he did in the dash tonight. Otherwise, it's going to be a long night.
Yeah, Lanigan, I'm sure, was thinking, you know, if I lose to him at the drop of the green, that might be the last shot I get at him tonight.
Well, he did win the start on the original dash start, but it was Elliott coming right back on the restart on the high side, and he used it to his advantage here.
Smith in the 44, a couple of wins on the tour so far this season. Smith trying to hold that car to the bottom, but you really would need to be up high as you exit the corners here to find speed right now. Elliott carrying that left front. 1 car in trouble already. Heading for the pits.
Darrell Lanigan keeping the pace with Ricky Elliott, following right in his tire tracks. Elliott running the same sort of line he does with the modified, trying to diamond that turn.
Out of here with Dale McDowell. Look at him fight that wheel. He's got the head laid over to try to fight the high G-forces now. Here's McDowell trying to make a move. A little further back, Francis on the inside of McCready.
That's the battle for position number 5 with Timmy McCready. Look at him pick up the pony wheel in that Sweeteners Plus number 39. Here's a guy that has some success in 2005, coming in with 2 feature wins on the tour.
McCready not at all intimidated by the big, fast layout here at Bridgeport. He's got a lot of track time here in the big block modifieds of the Dirt Series. Blankenship now trying to chase down McCready on the inside.
Steve Francis right there, the Kentucky Colonel in that Mopar number 15, looking to make something happen. He's having a relatively good season as well as he comes into tonight with 1 win.
Francis moves by Blankenship on the bottom. McCready is up ahead. Here comes Clint Smith now. Blankenship struggling a little in the early laps. 5 complete, 45 to go, riding with Francis.
Blankenship closing right in on him, looking to get by, but just couldn't make it work.
Elliott and Lanigan with Josh Richards in tow. They're the top 3 already in lap traffic. Here comes Elliott to the high side down the front straightaway.
Elliott and Lanigan pulling away from the rest of the field, Rick, but some good battles going on behind him as everybody starts to get their groove here early on in this race.
Dale McDowell settling into 4th. This is a great battle here. 12th, 13th, 14th, and 15th in play. You've got Rick Eckert in the 24 car. Shane Clinton Schleifer there, and there's the 91 of Billy Decker on the outside.
3 wide off of corner number 2. They're not afraid to wheel these late models around as Eckert Gets passed by both Clanton and the 91 of Billy Decker. Decker out of Unadilla, New York, the John and Laura White-owned machine, looking pretty stout early on.
Yet another modified standout, adapting to these bigger and heavier race cars and doing a great job. Decker trying to rim ride around Schleeper in that black number 9.
Nice to see Shane Clanton back on the tour after that injury earlier on this year out of Locust Grove, Georgia, holding his own and trying to keep Rick Eckert in the 24 behind him.
Well, you know, I think Eckert's dropped anchor back there. He slipped back a bunch of spots from the drop of the green. He may have a problem in that 24 car.
We'll have to keep our eye on him. Did he go with the wrong tire compound? That always comes into a factor when you're racing with these late models.
The right rear tire selection so critical in these cars because you can see there Ricky Elliott leaning on that right rear as he comes off the corner, and now Lanigan has started to reel it in the 29.
Darrell Lanigan has followed Ricky Elliott enough here tonight that I think he's starting to pick up the proper line to get around the speedway.
On the bottom where Lanigan likes to run, Elliott able to maintain the lead that time by, but Lanigan may have something going here on the inside.
Looks
for
like
the lead.
Looks like the bottom side is starting to work a little bit better. Elliott's been up on the top side. That's where he's been. We saw it in the dash early on in this feature. But Lanigan still pounding on the inside, making it work.
That is Billy Pouch up ahead in car number 18, the great veteran, modified star in New Jersey and Pennsylvania of many years experience, a rare late model start. Pouch, one of those guys known for climbing into anything. Sprint car, late model, you name it. He's strong, but not so here tonight. Lanigan takes over.
Lanigan with a nice move off the corner to get by the number 91 of Ricky Elliott. Now Elliott right there still staying patient, trying to keep that groove working. Let's see if he can re-challenge for the lead.
11 laps are complete tonight at Bridgeport in the YJ Stinger 50. Here comes Elliott. Right back at Lanigan. Now he'll move down. Elliott using a lower line that time, entering turn 1. Pouch in the 18, not giving much ground yet. He doesn't want to go a lap down here early.
That's going to force Lanigan to go to the top side of the speedway where Elliott has been running. But Lanigan's starting to open up some advantage right now. Looks like about an 8-car length advantage right now.
As the track takes rubber, Lanigan able to keep the 29 straight and low, and that works out to a good lead for him. There goes McCready in front of Steve Francis. 13 complete, 37 remain tonight here at Bridgeport. There's the 0 car, Bloomquist. Big pack of traffic again. 12th, 13th, 14th, 15th in play. Decker caught there around the 21. Eckert starting to come back in the 24. He's on the low side of the racetrack trying to get up through there and follow Schleeper.
That's Dan Stone in the yellow number 21 as Rick Eckert took the low side. Billy Decker took the high side. These two have been slicing and dicing for the last 5 laps. Eckert in that number 24 machine started 10th on the grid.
Billy Decker, Rick Eckert hooking up and starting to make some gains on the leaders now with 15 laps in the books. And Schleeper is up in front of this group of cars. Schleeper in that black number 9.
Wisconsin Wildman still looking for his first win of 2005. Rick Eckert trying to get up to the front as he still hounds Billy Decker's number 91. Scrub in the 24. He's only visited victory lane 1 time coming into this race.
Meantime, for second spot on the front straightaway, Kid Rocket, Josh Richards now has caught Elliott. He'll try to thread the needle and get around Billy Pouch for second spot.
Dale McDowell got caught up behind Pouchy. It took him out of that battle for just a moment. Kid Rocket has been sensational on the big tracks this year, Rick, and it's paying off once again. He'll drive around Elliott for second.
With 17 laps on the board, Richards moves to second, shifting Ricky Elliott back 1 to third. Elliott doesn't want that to stick, though. Right back at him on the high side.
Big track like this, momentum. You've got to keep the momentum up. If you have to stay off the throttle longer than it takes to set up the car, you're going to lose ground.
Billy Pouch has gone a lap down. Now McDowell. You're riding with Dale McDowell in the 17 out of Georgia, under pressure from Timmy McCready back there.
Tim McCready has been a force to be reckoned with so far in 2005, looking for his third win.
1 car in trouble. Is that Eckert? No, that's Elliott who's gotten into the wall. The pole sitter tonight out of Delaware. He's got a problem, and that is our first caution of the night. 19 laps complete. The BSW construction car comes to a stop at the entrance to the pit area. Elliott trying to sweep here tonight. Looks as though that bid may not make it.
What a heartbreaker for Ricky Elliott. He had a great race car underneath him, Rick. We don't know what happened. Did he get up into the wall? Did something break?
Let's have another look at it here. Elliott up at the top of your screen. Looks as though he did brush the right rear against the wall here at Bridgeport. That Armco can be unforgiving, and Elliott will have to head to pit road. So Darrell Lanigan all alone now out in front. He had gotten by Elliott and pulled away a bit. Lanigan will be the restart pole sitter with 31 to go.